Hey Scorpio, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for October 22nd, 2025. This is for Scorpio. Last shuffle coming out for Scorpio. Let's see what's going on, Scorpio. So, well. You have the healing light and your back and forth energy. Back and forth is an intention or a motivation. Your motive is to kind of like weigh out the options. Usually, that's what back and forth. It seems like your wisdom or your experience in life has taught you that you really need to believe in yourself. So if you're back and forth, this may be you're back and forth on one side of the seesaw, your intuition telling you. The other side is someone else telling you. It's very important to understand that the situation will improve. Know that you're surrounded by love and support, but you'll want to put up multiple eggs in multiple baskets. Okay? You'll want to you can give they're also saying that you can give someone a chance because you can always say no and walk away at any point, but endings are inevitable, and so they want you to also be aware of that. Like this could end, and that's okay because it was endings are inevitable in the first place. Not to say that maybe not a relationship ends, but maybe the dynamics of the relationship ends. Like from here on out, you're not stressed out by anything, whatever innuendo or whatever foolishness, because I'm also seeing like a confusion coming through. Um, yeah, Three of Pentacles, Four of Cups, Nine of Swords, and Knight of Cups. Yeah, this is a confusion, stress. Someone may be always keeping you in a fog or like in a you never know what they mean by what they say. Energy. You may feel like someone's fast talking or telling you what you want to hear, but then don't deliver and will make promises with you or make plans with you, but then you end up doing it by yourself. The Three of Pentacles is usually a card of compromise, cooperation. We're doing something together. We're collaborating. But in this deck, she's doing it alone. I promise I'm coming right back. Doesn't come back type of person. They want you to diversify. So that could be that you don't put all your eggs in one basket, or it could mean that you have to deal with or communicate with different kinds of people, right? Because you need to know that you're here for a purpose, and you may need to. It would be. I would say this: if you're looking to validate how you feel about something, it is important to ask for different sides of the coin from this perspective and this perspective, right? So culturally, you could be like, well, in my culture, it's commonplace for someone to have narcissistic tendencies. And you go to other cultures and you ask these different questions. Hey, I know you're from this country and you're from that country. What do you think about this kind of behavior? And take a consensus of what you discover or what you hear. That's something there. They want you. Yeah, Saturn returns could be important. Mercury placements could be important. There's something about maturing and communicating more effectively and better using logic and reason based off of learning, right? We learned now that this is not going to be a good way to communicate. So it doesn't look like this is like your issue. It looks like it's a concerted effort, maybe the communication you have with someone, that it feels like you may be expressing yourself, but this person is very slick, right? And it seems like they're not learning from the communication at all, whereas you are. You want to look into your Saturn return because it does speak of the lessons that you've learned along the way. And Saturn return usually represents where Saturn was when you were born and when it returns back to that placement. And it typically takes about 27 years, roughly. Okay. And so that would speak to the lessons that you were meant to learn and the lessons that you have that completed and such. And this tells me with Mercury placements also that you have learned a lot. And this is about applying logic and reason and communicating effectively to the point where you can communicate with a vast number of people. I feel that you're going to expand. I'm seeing angel number 0808. This tells me that you're entering a time of expansion and that you got to start taking steps to achieving your ultimate objective, like right now. Start doing or putting energy towards, this is my end game right here. This is my goal, and just go for the goal. Because I feel that someone's not taking you very seriously when it comes to maybe love, right? This person may impose rules. They have a certain way things have to be, and Spirit is asking you to be more uh, youthful about things in a way of like not taking things too seriously, right? Because it's like this should be fun, and then I've got my ultimate goal over here. That should be fun right now, you know? But they're saying your situation will improve. I feel that you should say, I am surrounded by love and support, because I do believe that you are. You may not realize it, but the more that you start focusing on your ultimate objective, your goal, the more you are on the path of purpose, which means you know you're here for a reason and you're finally doing it. And they're showing that your purpose is on the path of what matters to you. So there may be some things that are like hot points for you. You're like, this is something that freaking matters to me right here. That's then purpose is right there before you. So they want you to know that you're here for a purpose. They want you to believe in yourself. Okay. Angel number 0808 speaks of how finances miraculously improve, miraculously, and that someone really has their mind on you. But I feel like this person's mind on you stresses you out. I don't know why, because you may not know where they're coming from. What are they really trying to do? So back and forth strength and Knight of Wands is about retaining or focusing on having freedom. You might be back and forth. How can I get my freedom? How can I pursue my goals? How can I keep my focus on that? Transformation is the Emperor and the Five of Cups. Much to someone's dismay, someone gains more control over their life. I feel like you are mm, you are changing into someone that at one point was disappointed and down, but now is happier and focusing on getting control of their life. You might want to, and you might benefit from being in green or around green or wearing green, because it helps to revitalize your nervous system, which tells me sometimes being around a certain person or in a certain position, your nerves are shot. A creative endeavor is Nine of Pentacles and Page of Pentacles. I see a lot of green. That's why green may be very important for you. Now, this creative endeavor, it looks like it's time to go back to what, not go back. It's time to learn. You've really got to focus on your ultimate objective. If you got to sign paperwork, if you got to read the fine print, if you got to read something or do anything to study, research, you should be more focused on that. Really. It's because I keep seeing legalities, legal matters. Don't let anything distract you. Something should be fun over here, and then the rest of it is about trying to improve my situation. But the situation is going to improve anyway. They're saying something about the situation has to end. The stress that someone's causing you, all that's got to end. Please believe in yourself. I'm going to leave that there because they're like screaming it out. Like, please believe in yourself. Don't let anybody make you feel like you're incompetent, or that you can't get anything done, or that um, you're at a loss, that you're like, I wouldn't say time is wasted, but that you're alone, isolated, ostracized. Don't let anybody, no, no, no. They're telling me that you're not. Hmm. Something about legal matters will improve. If you're having to go to court, if you're having to deal with some kind of ending or situation here, they're saying, please believe in yourself and know that most of the people involved in the situation is supporting you. They may not be able to come out and just say, yeah, I'm on your side in this. It will come out later. They're just going to do what's legally within their parameters, the legal parameters to do. The maybe a judge or even the defense or the prosecution or whatever the case, they're like, oh, I'm on the side of Scorpio, but I can't say that out loud. I just have to bomb the case for the person I'm defending by asking foolish questions. I've seen that in a lot of cases uh, lately. Court case, everyone's mad at the defense team. I'm like, the defense team is doing what they're supposed to do. They're defending a monster, and they're asking the most ridiculous questions of witnesses and the victim, and it's just proving that the person that they're defending is super guilty. And I'm like, they're doing it, but in a way that doesn't get them disbarred, and that may be the case for you. So you could be dealing with a Leo and Aries, uh, another Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. So mm, you could be dealing with the Leo Virgo cusp and Aries Taurus cusp. If you're not dealing with those signs, which you don't have to be, those signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.